Hey, Cooper here, Director of Marketing at JP Woman Realty, and I wanted to give you a few tips and tricks that we've been finding as our agents are marketing themselves on LinkedIn, which I think is probably actually one of the most overlooked social medias for real estate marketing. And if you go and watch our other video, Social Media Tier List, you'll find out that LinkedIn actually ranks above probably most of the social medias that agents commonly think about in terms of marketing their business. So I think the first thing that's it's kind of just easy to forget about LinkedIn. You know, corporate people use LinkedIn like all the time, but because real estate agents are the exact opposite lifestyle of a corporate person, you probably almost never use LinkedIn and never go on LinkedIn. But there's a good chance that you have a pretty large network there that you have probably not posted or been in contact with for a very long time. You know, I went in to LinkedIn today and I've got 665 connections, and I'm like wildly selective about who I connect with on social media. But that's quite a few people. That's more Facebook friends than I have after I deleted all of them a couple months ago. And I have 1,700 contacts on there too. So that's just all the people that I've interacted with. It saves them as a connection as well. So you probably have a bunch of people in there that you have the ability to pretty easily market to just by doing organic posting that probably haven't heard from you in quite a while. Let's talk a little bit about the content strategy on LinkedIn. As we commonly say, social media is all about entertainment. That's one of the top reasons why people go on social media, is to be entertained. LinkedIn is pretty different. I think ultimately people probably still go to LinkedIn a lot of times just to kind of kill time. But when they're going to LinkedIn, they're not looking for that same type of entertainment. Generally, they're looking for information and education. They're spending time on social media in a desire to better themselves on LinkedIn, as opposed to, TikTok, Instagram, where it's basically just about consuming attractive content. So LinkedIn is not really a place where, a lot of the like cool house or humor or goofy posts, that we kind of tend towards on Facebook, especially, that kind of stuff that just is an easy way to get in touch with your sphere. LinkedIn, that type of content would be very out of place on LinkedIn. If you just scroll through your LinkedIn feed, you'll see there's almost nothing on there that's comedic. Maybe you can carve out a niche for yourself and be like the funny person on LinkedIn, but more than often than not, you should be sticking to information and education. So market updates are a great thing to be putting on LinkedIn. You can see here, this is a market update that we create. It's part of our weekly process, and the Pomerlo team posts these on LinkedIn very consistently. Your goal on LinkedIn is not so much about entertainment and being happy and funny and staying in touch with your sphere that way. It's more about establishing your expertise and building your image, so that your professional network, which is what is on LinkedIn, sees you as respects you more and understands that you are a master real estate agent based on the types of content that you share. Here's another crazy thing that people don't really realize, because a lot of the reasons why you're on LinkedIn is for the purpose of networking, right? And networking doesn't mean anything unless you can communicate. So almost everyone has their email address on LinkedIn, and probably even a personal email address, right? Like a lot of times people don't even put their corporate emails on you, they put their personal ones. So it's a great way to build your newsletter database. If you have someone's contact information and their address, but you don't have their email, you can mine email addresses for people off of LinkedIn very easily. You just go to their profile page, and right here underneath where they are located, you can click on contact info, and then this little box pops up right here that has some of their information in it. Another thing that's kind of crazy, because you have a ton of connections on LinkedIn, more than likely, they're just sitting there, but you can use LinkedIn messaging, which is just like chat messaging on LinkedIn, for one-to-one touches very easily, because LinkedIn is a professional network. People are not as weirded out to get a random message from someone that they know, as they might be on Facebook. I think isn't that bad, but there might be people that you wouldn't just text out of the blue, and you might not want to Facebook message them, although Facebook's a little bit less personal. But definitely on LinkedIn, you can just LinkedIn message someone and be like, hey, just your profile popped up, wondering how you're doing, how you're liking your job, what's going on, wanted to check in. It's a pretty typical thing to do on LinkedIn. So you can use it for really easy personal touches. You don't have to feel as awkward about it, which is something that I hear from a lot of agents struggle with. Just like, just a simple thing. InStock Social, we're big fans of that. We have no affiliation with them. Other than that, they help lots of our agents have amazing social media strategies. You can sign up for InStock Social for free, and they have an automated posting service, and they integrate with LinkedIn. So you can have InStock Social start pushing content to LinkedIn for you, which I think is a genius idea. I was talking to an agent the other day, and they're like, yeah, I don't really do much on LinkedIn, but I've got InStock Social linked up there and it's posting every other day. And I was like, wow, phenomenal. You're basically just doing zero work and getting a ton of benefit out of your LinkedIn network, just because she set that integration up and scheduled InStock Social to post there for her. So pretty easy way to just get lots of content on InStock Social. But overall, for content, take the educational and the informational stuff you're already doing on Facebook or elsewhere, and cross-post that over to LinkedIn. Thanks for your time. If you have any other questions about real estate marketing in general, be sure to shoot us an email, visit our website, send us a Facebook message, however you want to get in touch. And if you have ideas for video topics, feel free to make a request. Have a good day.